It's all unraveling. It's all unraveling.
Shalom, shalom. We would like to welcome you to the Truth Be Told Flex podcast, where I am your host, Sha'ir Yeshub Judah, sitting alongside of Oxafaya Sheoku. We're going to do it like we always do on every day that the Greeks call Thursday. We're going to have ourselves a great show. And if you have not done it yet, I ask that you would take time out and subscribe to the show and also hit that like button. With that being said, let's prepare ourselves to be edified.
With your mask on, check the me's, man, they bout to get their blast on. Prophecy, interpretation, Isaiah 55:11, so it ain't no faking. Crack your dough, it's getting close. I'm here to tell you, just in case you didn't know. Listen, man, in case you didn't know, no, it's almost getting close. In case you didn't know, no, it's all unraveling. Babylon got pregnant with a daughter.
All right. Man, I was just talking and my mic was muted. All right. Going out talking. As I was saying that nobody heard, this is Truth Be Told Flex podcast, and this is going to be a special edition. I would like to welcome my brother from way back. Actually, this is my brother from a different mother right here, Eliyahu. He is a part of the original cast of Truth Be Told Flex podcast when we originally started. If you want to check him out, here, just go back to our first 4 or 5 episodes. He was there. It was Eliyahu, it was Roshan Judah, it was Oxafaya Sheoku, and it was myself. And he's also been here one other time before. So we'd just like to welcome him to the show. Eliyahu, how you doing, brother?
Hey, man, I'm good. I'm here. I'm blessed.
All praises, man. All praises. Living that country life.
Man, I wouldn't have it no other way, bro. Real talk, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's beautiful out here, man.
Yeah, that's a good thing, man. And of course, we also have our brother Ayo. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm great. Blessed to be here, man. Ready for this power-packed informational show we got lined up tonight.
Already. I'd like to say thank you, brother. You have been a great asset to the show in the time that you've been here, man. And I'm just looking forward to more of them. Yes, sir. You already know it. Yeah, it's like a sitcom. You can just walk in the door now. You ain't even got to knock no more.
Walk in the door, show my face, huh?
Yeah, you ain't even got to knock no more. All right. So Sophia may be here tonight. He may not be here tonight. But we got to keep the show rolling. My brother hit me up 2 weeks ago, and I was laughing at you. I ain't gonna even lie to you, Eliyahu. Phone ring, I pick it up. First thing out his mouth was, "When you gonna have me on the show?"
I was man, how you gonna just kick me up out of there?
When you gonna have me on the show? So I'm like, this brother must got something that he wants to give to the people, which he always do. One thing I can say about brother Eliyahu is that he's always researching. He's always studying, and more than anything, this brother mind is always moving. Always got things that he, that needs to be heard. So I locked you in for this week. So we hear, man. And so I know you got a business, right?
Right. Ark Contingency LLC.
Okay, if you want to take a few minutes to tell people about your business, where you can be found, what you are about, what you have to offer. Yeah, what you have to offer. Go ahead and do that, brother.
So basically, Ark Contingency LLC is a how do I put it? A company that's out here to bring awareness and enlightenment, right? I know a lot of times we get distracted with everything that's going on in life. So I give you a prime example. We pull up to the corner store, right? We 3 deep, right? And everybody that's around me is paying attention to the phone or the devices, right? Whatever they got going on. And I see some shady movement. So I'm gonna have to, hey bro, pay attention, keep game. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta awaken you because we do get distracted with the things in life. So basically, this is what our contingency is, man. Just in light of all the things that are going on around us, we feel like this is the prime time to blow the horn, per se. You know what I'm saying? The one that's on the lookout, if you don't let it be known that trouble is on the horizon, everybody blood on you, right? I ain't having it like that. So we basically here, man, to just blow the horn, tell people to prepare and show them how to prepare. So basically, we don't just present the problem or awaken you to the problem. We're going to present some viable solutions.
Already. And where can you be found, brother?
You can find me on Facebook, Our Contingency. We're also Instagram, Our Contingency. We also have a website that's under reconstruction right now because we're adding a merchandise section.
Okay.
Right. So as soon as that is done, I'm going to give it 2 more weeks, right? Because we're having some problem with the developers. But like I say, ourcontingency1.com. That's where you can find it.
Okay. Already. If you don't mind, at some point of the show, man, text that to me, and I'll be sure to put that up on a, glass set at the bottom. Yeah, text that to me. I've never been great at spelling, so I don't want to mess up your company name.
Well, you ain't great at spelling. I ain't great at memory. So.
Okay. Right. So I know you hit me up, man, and I know one of your concerns were, matter of fact, the last few times that we've talked, one of your concerns have been the food deprivation and what it is that we're looking at as far as not eating. As you being the owner of a business, a prepping business, I don't know if you like that word or not, but that's essentially what it is. That's something that's different and strange when it comes to us as Black people. We don't never think about prepping. We think about everything else, but the one thing that we don't think about is prepping. So you being the owner of a prepping business, I know that this is something that you have been paying attention to, as far as, what are we going to do when the food run out? I told a story not long ago of a young lady that I know, and admittedly, she is a high school is my daughter's friend, but still, I'm sure that there's older people who feel the same way that she feel. Walmart ain't never going to run out of food. So tell us what you got, man. You have like some things that's going on that the government is doing that for a fact that they're doing, that's causing this, because it ain't no shortage of food, ain't no shortage of cows. That gun show ain't no shortage of chickens.
Right.
So what's going on, man?
Well, there's not one thing anymore. And this is what's causing the alarm, right? So you have so many points that cause for concern. You have, the wheat shortage, right? And I'm pretty sure all you have to do is Google that. They say 10 weeks supply left.
Yep.
Now this is what they're saying,
right?
So you also have the euthanization of stock animals around the country, from chicken, deer, geese, pigs, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? They're being euthanized, and the reason that they're being euthanized is due to another one of these pandemics.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Not to mention the fact that you have food processing plants, just instant combustion.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Nothing. The border broke. 2 planes crashed into 2 different ones. Right. So since January the 1st, I think we've had 19, 20. So that's why I say there's so many things that are bring cause for concern. Not just one thing.
Right.
We're amplifying it. You see what I'm saying? So now that's just one aspect, because we can get into hyperinflation because it's beyond inflation, right? We can get into the pandemic. We can get into the war. And some of which I think they said the wheat shortage is caused by the war, because Ukraine and Russia produce what, 30% of the world's.
30% of the world.
No, was it 30% of the world? Yeah.
Right,
That's right. Yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So now that's a large chunk
That is
to be pulled out. You know what I'm saying? We don't look at it like that. Okay, 30%, we got 70% left. Nah, that causes disruption, right? So not to mention them holding freight. You know what I'm saying? Some of that freight that was here last year is hitting the shelves now. So many things across the board. You understand what I'm saying when it comes to food? What else with the food? We got the grain shortage.
So tell me this. What is it that you know about? Because what interests me that I don't know a whole lot about is something that you mentioned. You mentioned the euthanization of animals. Talk to me about that. What do you know about that?
Okay, so like I said, they're using, and this is what I want to try to stay away from. I don't want to pick a side or come up with a scenario in my head as to why it's happening. This is what I try to stay clear from, because when you put the energy into that, you waste the time that you could be putting your energy into. Well, how do I mitigate it? You see what I'm saying?
a solution.
Or exactly the solution.
Gotcha.
Or trying to analyze, if this is happening, what is the blowback? What's the outcome? You see what I'm saying? And with each one of these scenarios, the outcome ain't good. If we have a food shortage or food insecurity in America, what does that mean? That means there ain't enough food to go around. Right. And if you Google food insecurities, who do you think is the hardest impacted ethnic group?
Already.
Us.
I mean, it's already. It always has been like that. Well, you know what? It has and it hasn't, because I never believed the numbers. Okay, first of all, because they would make it seem. First of all, it's more than 12% of us over here. First of all,
I agree.
Absolutely.
You're not gonna make me believe that it's just 12%. And during slavery, it was more of us. Thank you. It was more of us than it was them just by itself. They would also make you believe that it's more of us that is using governmental funds for foods than them, and that's a lie too.
Right.
Okay. So with that being said, with the question that you asked, it's going to impact us a lot. But it's going to, and you out there in the country, you in the country, so you see both ends of the spectrum. You see the haves with the white people, and you also see the have-nots with the white people. Same thing with you out there in Carolina. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
The same thing it is out there in Carolina. What people in the city don't be seeing is how these folks be living. These folks living bad too. It's gonna hurt them just as bad, Eliyahu. It's gonna hurt them just as bad. So,
well, let me interject right quick. Right. Here's why I used to agree with you. Right, because I was in the city, but now I'm living out here. Even poor people out here raise their own food.
Know how to hunt.
Know how to hunt.
Yeah.
Know how to raise their own food.
Yeah.
I'm with you
know
on
how to
that.
find water supply.
I'm with
so
you.
Now, when we throw that into the equation, I will keep. Matter of fact, it's a statistic. You know, if you look it up, food insecurity, it'll tell you that Black and Hispanic families are hit the most.
Yep. And see, I can agree, because right now, the two folks across the street, they got their own garden and chickens. Two people behind me. If I go out of my little area right now and take a left, every morning, every afternoon, I see chickens in the road, chickens in the yard. So yeah, it's, you know, I can see, you know, that's agreeable, because I see it right in my neighborhood, chickens and goats.
So with that you saying, I've always said that when it comes to these people, they don't care about theirs either. So they know what you just said to be a fact, that even the poor ones know how to hunt, they know how to fish, they know how to grow food, they know. So you got people like Bill Gates buying up the land. They making laws to where you can only grow so much crop on your land, on your own land. And now you the one sent me this right here. East Texas breeder clashes over the fate of 500 white deer tail being, these are his deer being euthanized. Why are they euthanizing? Because they know that they people know how to what? Hunt.
Right.
And go get food.
See what I'm saying? And we can easily jump into this just straight conversation of this alone.
Right.
But what's crazy, like I said, you have so many different things happen at the same time that the situation is, it's almost like it's in a free fall. Right?
Wow.
So they're having him euthanized. He's a breeder.
Right.
He has people coming all over the country to hunt the deer, to get the, the specimens so that they can breed their own. So it's a lot going on today, right?
I guess I done opened this up too many times.
Uh-oh.
I can't. They won't let me read it right. I done opened it up too many times. But yeah, it's in Kaufman County and Hunt County. Kaufman County is adjacent to Dallas, right there, Seagoville, Kaufman. Hunt County is adjacent to Kaufman County, so it's right up there in the northeastern part of Texas. There, they said that his deer. Didn't they say in this article that his deer supposedly have some type of a disease or something, and that they euthanize them to keep the spread down? Eliyahu?
They said that I believe it was 1 or 2 deer. Now they didn't even. I don't even know if they specified it was his deer or just deer in the area. But they are supposed to have tested positive for some, some virus that's been concocted, So, but like I say, because I will zone off, I don't even want everybody to pay attention to I don't want to say particulars of each situation. Let's just focus on the outcome. What's going to be the outcome if there's a food shortage? Hunger. When people get hungry, it's even low. I don't care what class you are. When you get hungry, that other side of you takes control. You see what I'm saying? So, if you're hungry, you're gonna go get it. That's just it. Yeah. I don't care what race, color, creed, gender, whatever. You're gonna go get it, right? So, if we have this looming, we have to be prepared. Okay, well, if it happens, we need to have something put back. We need to either be growing, we need to be canning, freeze drying, vacuum sealing, et cetera, et cetera. But I don't want to get into the solutions just yet, because there's so many other things that are making this a powder keg. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, you have hyperinflation. We haven't even started talking about the diesel shortage. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard about that, right? So if we have a diesel shortage, which means the transport of goods, which is the heartbeat of the nation, it slows down.
Yep.
In a time when it's already critical.
Yep. Everything is transported through trucking.
Everything is transported through trucking.
Right.
It comes on the plane or the train. It leaves the planes and train and trucks.
Come through the truck. Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Even the boats. Truck, it come through the
even
ports.
The boats.
It come through the ports. And, exactly.
And so that's fueled by diesel as well.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So when you're looking at a diesel shortage on type of hyperinflation, that means groceries are going to go up even more than what they are now. Regular gasoline, it's going to go up. You see what I'm saying? Truckers are going to get pushed out of business. So I saw it coming. I sold my truck and my business. Now I'm seeing other truckers say, man, if the fuel goes up any higher, I'm not making money. I'm just doing a service for free.
Wow.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you look at how serious that is in itself, That's gonna, with all these other scenarios going.
And this is the problem with our government allowing a non-governmental agency have control over our monies. I don't know how many people don't know that the Federal Reserve is not a government entity. It is a group of private bankers.
Yep.
Right.
And these private bankers are the ones that is in control of the IMF, which is the International Monetary Fund.
Mm-hmm.
They are in control of the Federal Reserve. They are in control of what is coming up, which is going to be the digital currency, which they coin as a quote-unquote programmable currency. And that's something we're going to talk about later in this show. What is a programmable currency? These are the people who have power over inflation and deflation. These are the people who have the power over interest rates, whether they go up or not. These are so what you talking about? Diesel, the price of diesel going up and diesel shortages, the price of gas going up, the price of interest rates going up. All of this stuff is being controlled by men. There is no shortage of diesel. They're telling us it is. There is no shortage of food. Inflation don't have to be, but they're doing it. I know you keep saying that you don't really want to focus on that, but it has to be focused on because this stuff is being done intentionally, Eliyahu. So you got to ask yourself, why is it being done intentionally? Because at some point, they're trying to bring everybody to the same level. What is the best way to take control over people? Starvation. Hunger.
Yep.
So they using you got two jokers in a deck of cards. I play cards too. I'm a spade man.
Yeah, okay.
You got you a high spade and you got you a low spade. And right now they playing both of them, which is fear and starvation.
Right.
They playing both of them.
Yeah, with those two, that's a daily combination. Because just like Eliyahu was saying just a second ago, it's almost like your human nature. When you what we call hangry, you go to another level. It goes to I gotta get something to eat right now. And when you have kids, 12, 7, 8-year-old crying.
Oh, brother.
When you have a wife and brothers and sisters calling you, the older brother or the older cousin, for help, what to do. Like you say, Eliyahu, it goes to a whole nother level. Then you have all these other mitigating factors. A lot of people will crumble and run. That's why the government is doing it, because people are going to beg for help. So, yeah, it got that hangry mentality, along with fear. Whew.
So with all of that being said, you being the owner of Art Contingency, which is a company that allows people to be prepared, today, which is May 26th, supposedly anyway, 2022, supposedly.
Right.
What you telling us is that we don't have to wait till it get to that point.
Well, what I'm saying is that if you wait till it gets to that point, you waited too late.
So what are some of the things before I say that, let's go to our music break, and when we come back, I'm gonna read something out of Two Edges. This is going to be your PQ No Flag. I don't know something about this song. I like this song, man. Yeah. No Flag. Here we go.
This is a solo key production.
This is really how they feel about you. Stripped of your heritage, beat you to amnesia, wanting your God to forget about you. You always the target in they killing season. They cannot do anything without you. They lacking the flavor, we salt of the earth. The same earth that formed black man from the dirt. Put the queen beside, now she birthed in the earth. Melanin rich, 350 a gram. $1 million baby, why you flipping the pound? Doing a lot of thinking lately, we can't be from 2 places. We ain't got nowhere to put our flag in the ground. 54 places in the motherland, sold like contraband. Who are you? I know who I am, child of I am. Bringing life like a diaphragm, trying to paint a picture like a diagram. We connecting the dots in the scam, pointing the plot, Uncle Sam. Red, white, and blue, got your program. We connecting the dots in the scam, pointing the plot, Uncle Sam. Red, white, and blue, got your program. If you got a flag, gon' wave your flag now. If you got a flag, gon' wave your flag now. If you got a flag, gon' wave your flag now. Wave your flag now, wave your flag now. Every race got a flag but the coon. 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 You ain't got no flag cause of disobedience. Left the law and know it ain't tedious. White man got something to do with it. Better yet, he commissioned to pull trigger. Better know he don't know what to do with you. All the nations get together, they trying to kill you. Worst thing, we do it to ourselves, yeah. Crazy thing, y'all don't even care now. You ain't got no flag cause they stole them all. If they tie you to anything, gotta tie you to the promise. Why they over DNA? Why they over CIA? Why people MIA? Why you jumping face to face? Why you causing your demise? They can't look you in the eye. They don't really know the why. They just know you got a guide. Don't just settle for the water in the desert. It's my ride. Your identity is what they trying to sabotage. We connecting the dots in the scam, pointing the plot, Uncle Sam. Red, white, and blue, got your program. We connecting the dots in the scam, pointing the plot, Uncle Sam. Red, white, and blue, got your program. If you got a flag, gon' wave your flag now. If you got a flag, gon' wave your flag now. If you got a flag, gon' wave your flag now. Wave your flag now, wave your flag now. Every race got a flag but the coon. Every race got a flag but the coon. Every race got a flag but the coon. Every race got a flag but the coon.
Every man got a flag but the coon.
Man, your pie. Hold up, bro.
Yeah.
She makes that, man.
Yeah, she went
true.
in on that one.
Yeah, man.
Talk,
Yeah.
talk. Hey, man, I got a question for you. Before I got to say, I totally agree with what you said earlier when you said that we have to know. So I want to clarify that. Yeah, we got to know. And some of the stuff that you're going to see, if you ever take the time to view the evidence per se, it's understood what's going on, right? But I don't want to get into that right. Not just yet. But it's understood what's going on. So if your food processing plants are burning, the government is euthanizing animals, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What do you think is happening? Now, here's the thing, though. We can answer the question, but if we answer the question and it's not followed by movement, what good is answering the question? See what I'm saying? So that's why I say right now I don't want to focus on what's really going on.
So
Just know what's going on.
So my question to you then, what should be focused on then? What do we need to focus on?
Preparation. So if we know it's coming, and like you say, you gotta, for clarity's sake, you gotta know what the business is, right? For clarity's sake, you have to, right? That's what the truth is. So once we understand, okay, it's something going on. Now, while I try to figure out what's going on, let me go over here and grab $300-400 of food from Costco in bulk. You see what I'm saying? Let me buy me a vacuum sealer so I can start saving some items. You know what I'm saying? Without having to worry about them going bad. Let me get on Amazon, or let me go to Our Contingency and pick up one of these 6-month food supply or one of these 3-month food supply. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Movement has to come behind. I see what's going on. Because if it ain't no move, that's like no. Okay, he got the message, but if there's no movement follow
Right.
that message, we wouldn't be here.
So what are some of the best things? I mean, I hear what you're saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for people who just don't know, right? Because you can tell us what we need to do,
Mm-hmm.
but you being the expert, what is some of the best? What simplify it? You know what I'm saying? For people who
Right.
do not know what needs to be done, simplify.
Okay, so we're working with solutions now. We know what the problem is. Now we got to come up with, first of all, a plan. All right. I need me a game plan on how to mitigate whatever crap storm is coming. I need the crap boots. I need the hat, pull over and everything, the poncho. So the first thing I usually tell people to focus on is the mind state. Because if you don't have the mind state, you're not gonna walk this walk right.
Right.
Just like with the truth or anything else.
Right.
Mind state got to be right. That way, okay, my whole life now is I know this is coming. I know I got to prepare for myself and my children. Now, what do I do? I need to make provisions for power. You in Texas, right?
I am. He's not.
Yeah.
I am.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm in
so
Texas.
you in Texas, you shoot. So I know you've seen the article about the power outages are going to be coming back.
Yeah.
The grid. Okay, so I need to make provision for power. Right?
Okay.
Solar generator, propane, whatever. There's a lot of different things it can do. Right? Number 2, I need to be prepared for this food and water. They still poison the water. They ain't stopped that, right? So I need to invest in water filters or buying extra cases of water every time I go down there, right? I need to put back my food. Number 3, what else? Everyday carry. What's in your wallet, right?
Okay.
Let me ask y'all a question. When you get up in the morning, you head out, what do you grab?
The keys of your wallet, phone.
Keys in your wallet.
Mm-hmm.
So everyday carry, these are the items that every time you step out that door, this is what I'm snatching. And if I get in that car and I pull off, after I've made this a habit, my conscience is gonna be telling me, man, you know, left something. You know how you leave your phone?
Yep.
Damn, it's my phone.
Okay. Yep. You weak.
Everyday carry. So with everyday carry, what I'm talking about is a pocket knife with a window breaker and a seatbelt cutter on it, for the obvious reasons, right? Self-defense, whether it's firearm or a dagger, I don't care what you carry some self-defense. Pepper spray, mace, stun gun, taser, whatever it is. What else? Okay. This is what I take everywhere.
Okay.
Right? And some of the items that I have in here, I keep one of these. This is
explain what that is.
Okay. Shortwave radio.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
With shortwave radio, you can pick up transmissions from all over the world. So basically, we use this for intel. So if something happens, communication breakdown, the radio, whatever, radio waves are still going to be working, right? Unless they're just doing some active jamming on it. I can pick up my radio, find me a channel. I can go to an unbiased country and listen to what they're saying, or I can get some reports from here. You see what I'm saying?
Can you use that for communication as well? Can you talk to your wife, your family?
No, this just is for intel.
Okay.
This here, this is for the communication.
Okay.
Two-way.
So this is a ham radio.
Okay.
Right. So you have to have a license to use this under normal circumstances. Now, if something happens, you know, whatever. But you need to also know how to operate it, how to use it, what frequencies to go to, what frequencies not to go to, what frequencies have high travel. So it's a lot that goes into it. But this is one of the best forms. So military, everybody uses it.
So what is a ham radio and what is it different from?
It's just an amateur band radio. So it's different from your Walmart radios. You know the walkie-talkies, right? They're low power and they only use certain frequencies. You have GMRS radios that have a little more power and they use more frequencies. You have CB. You have so many different, avenues available. Now, one of the other things that I didn't talk about is your network, because we know you can't do it by yourself. You got 100 hungry folks coming at you, and you by yourself trying to defend your wife and kids.
Walking Dead.
Boy, I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying?
Walking
So
Dead.
you need a network. That's basically what it is.
That's a good
Walking
point.
Dead, because that's what you're gonna be dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So you need a network of like-minded individuals with the same goal. Our goal is preservation.
So right. And so, with all of that being said, because that's a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I want to bring it back because, like I said, we talking to novices. There are people I know about these things because you and I talk, right? And I ain't gonna lie, that's the only reason I know about these things. And I see my brother Ayob writing, which is a good thing, and I'm sure that others are writing as well. That's going to come across this, and the ones that is listening to us right now, right? But food is the number one problem right now, right? People are going to be hungry. So what are some of the best things that people can buy as far as starting off to make sure that, and how much food? Do you need a week supply of food, 2 weeks supply of foods? You know what I'm saying? Is it canned, non-perishable food? You know what I'm saying? What can people do to start? Give me a beginner's plan for dummies is what I'm asking. Because right now, everybody can't just go out and go buy. I don't even know how much that costs. Your transmitter, how much do one of those run? How much do that ham radio run? We need a beginner's plan.
This is, you're right on point. $35 on Amazon.
Okay.
That's reasonable.
It's a bail thing. So
how much do the license cost? Because I heard you say that you need a license.
It's around $70, I believe. Now, I may be wrong about that because GMRS radios, you need a license too. But with those, you just have to write in and they'll send you a license.
Is it a license you have to renew or is it a lifetime?
It's 5 to 10 years, I believe.
Oh, okay. So
that's a lifetime.
Pretty much.
We ain't got no 10 years.
Right?
right.
We ain't got no 10 years.
Right.
Now is that licensed to the state, county? Do you go through the county, state level, federal level? Like, what do you?
Federal.
Okay. That's what. Okay. I just want to make.
So, okay. So, beginners, like what he was saying. So, first of all, I need food and water. Right. If you're creating your plan, you need to have a contingency plan for food and water. So, the simplest thing to do is you create a budget. Okay, well, every week or every other week, I'm going to go spend $150 on non-perishables. I'm going to stack up on cans this week, right? Throw them in the pantry. I'm not touching these, right? Large quantities of rice and beans. Big 15, 20, 25 pounds of rice. Grab these necessities, right? Case of water. Listen, we sleep on how much water intake we have throughout the day, right? They say the average Americans is over 70, 80 gallons, 100 gallons, something like that.
Wow.
Right? This is consumption.
Wow.
So from the toilet to the sink to drinking to food preparations to washing, we use water. So stack up on your water. So that's basic. And you do this every time you hit that store. You have to be, and that's why I said that mindset has to be right. because you're gonna have to cut back on some things. Your morning cappuccino.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Your cigars or whatever it is that is your thing. If you don't have the finances to be able to go do this, you may have to do some cutbacks. That's one of the most difficult things.
I heard you say beans and rice. You know what I'm saying? I guess what I'm trying to get to is what are the best foods to buy? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You know, I understand I got to get foods, like, but what are the best non-perishables to go get? And on top of that, if I'm going every time that I go and I'm getting $150 worth of canned goods and water, that's going to be quite a bit, right? So, which I already know. We're going to have to move around at some point. So, and it only makes sense to me, and am I wrong in thinking like this? It would only make sense to me to also have food and water put up, prepared, that's going to be able to move, because if I got to move, I can't take all of this with me. You dig what I'm saying? I might have to leave some stuff behind. So we should also have something set up to where me and my family, we got to move. How much food do we need to take with us when we go? Do we need, like, that's what I was saying, do we need like a week's supply of food or 2 weeks? You know what I'm saying? What is the number? What do, you know what I'm saying? What do we need to, you know, to say, okay, this is, we good for this long? You dig what I'm saying?
Right. Okay, so this is going to vary because you're talking about the size of the family, the eating habits of the family, where are you going to go? You know what I'm saying? So as much as possible, there is no limit on it. If you're going to have a food shortage, do you want to have a limit on how much you have put back?
No. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah, that's not what I'm saying. But see, I only weigh 185 pounds. I can't carry all of that. You see what I'm saying? And so,
okay, hold on.
I'm saying, when I hit them streets, I gotta have what I'm gonna protect myself with. I gotta have, you know, there are things that we gotta have, right? So what I'm saying is, like, in my, call it a bug out bag. I got that term from you. I never heard of it until I got to talking about what needs to be in there, how much food for the family. And you're right, it's going to vary from family to family, but a 2 week supply of food is a 2 week supply of food, regardless of how you eat. It might be more for your family than my family, but it's still 2 week supply of food. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we go, I know I need to have more than a day's worth of food. So as I'm putting up stuff, I need to be putting up also to be able to be thinking in my mind, we gotta go. You dig what I'm saying?
Okay, let me address that.
Am I being clear?
No, you're right. So check it out. First, this is contingent on your plan. So everybody's going to have a different plan. So I hear you say, if we leave or when we leave, right? So the first plan, the basic plan is what's going to hold me over until I leave. I got to concentrate on that part first. The second part is, you said when we leave. Okay, when you leave, where are you going in your plan? That's what's going to make you decide how much I need to take. Because if you're going to go travel across the country and you know how long you have to get there, then you're going to take what you need. Right. But if you're going to go in the woods, 2 weeks going to do what for you? You see what I'm saying? So this is about your plan. Your planning has to be on point. It also has to be rehearsed. That way you know if it runs smoothly. So if I say, okay, if something happens out here, I'm headed to your shoe house. So I got to know, okay, from here to this part of Texas, it's going to take me 12 hours. I'm not going to be traveling the major highways because that's where all the crap going to be. So I'm going to have to be ducked up. So it's going to take longer. That's contingent if I can come to your shoes high. If I just have to leave my house and we footing it, you can't take a nut. One, you got to take other supplies along with food, right? Then once you get to where you're going, how long is that going to last? So anything is good, but as much as possible is what we're going to need. You see what I'm saying? So this is why the first part of this is your plan. Okay, what am I going to do? How long am I going to stay? What events are going to cause me to leave? If I leave, where am I going? If I don't have anywhere to go, do I know how to forage for food? And this is another thing that, you know, a skill that could be acquired. You may have to learn if you don't know how to grow your food up.
I just learned that dandelions was edible. And not only are they edible, I just learned the dandelions in your yard, them things that grow right there in your front yard,
Yeah.
they're that's meat that the Most High gave us, man. That and for our bodies, you know, Sirach tell us that the medicines is in the foods. So, you know, and what it is that the brother is saying here, you know, it would, and this is something that me and my wife, we said we're going to take on for ourselves, is that we're going to learn what herbs that is edible and what herbs are not. You know what I'm saying? Because when you out there, there's more than just meat that you can eat. When he said that the food, that the medicine is in the food, he's talking about that. You go back to Genesis and you see what the original diet was.
Right.
The original diet was the earth yields seed of its kind. That's what the original diet was, which means that at some point, this is what we're going to have to learn. That's why Dr. Sebi was so important. This is why they killed that brother. This is why Dr. Sebi was so important, because he understood, you know what I'm saying, how to we live to eat when we should be eating to live.
Right.
When we should be eating to live, you know, and this is why we have so many different diseases and stuff. I'm a firm believer that most sicknesses is a result of our diets. I'm a firm believer of that, you know. And so, like the brother is saying, you know, we need to know what we can eat and what we can't eat, because it's you know, we walking over food every day. Every time I crank my lawnmower up, I'm cutting down foods.
Right. Do that.
I'm mowing it down.
Yeah, man.
Everything that they say is a weed, and they sell all these killers for it. 9 times out of 10, it's medicinal.
Right.
And I'm not talking about you're blowing medicine. I'm talking about this is medicinal.
Right.
Dandelion, mullein. It's so many so-called weeds out there that all you have to do is pick it up, throw it in a strainer, boil it. You got some healing medicine right there. You got meat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So these are skills that we have to start acquiring. But like I say, man, the biggest thing is being as self-sufficient as possible.
Right.
That's staying ready for whatever scenario it has the highest probability of hitting your doorstep. You see what I'm saying? And based on what we're seeing is happening out right here, we didn't even mention the war, right? Or the possibility of China, Russia, because I don't know if people know, but these threats are really, really on the table.
Yeah.
China said we're going to invade Taiwan.
Yeah.
Taiwan.
Yeah.
United States says, well, we're going to protect Taiwan.
Right.
I watched the analysts last night, and they were asking the question at the end, well, if it does happen, because it looks like it's going to happen, who will win? You've been sleeping on China, boy.
Yeah.
China's the monster, not Russia. I'm talking about military might, technology.
Just even, like you're saying, even just boots on the ground. From what I understand, China has the capability to have the biggest and the largest boots on the ground military movement like nobody's ever seen, man.
The largest navy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Navy.
So it's just the odds is not good. Now, not picking a side on that either.
Right.
Who would win? Just what happens if it happens?
Right.
What is it gonna look like for us? So that's why I say, man, we just need to start now, because they're talking about the food shortage and the diesel shortage. You're going to start seeing this 2 months from now, if not, the diesel shortage is now. So prices going to start going higher than they already are, right? So when this happens, you already had people struggling when the economy was okay. So now when this happens, I talked to my wife not too long ago, and the conversation was, what is really keeping society intact? Is it the laws? And I thought about that. I'm like, no, it's not really the law. Because when we go hungry out here and people start getting upset at the government for not upholding their end of keeping this thing contained, it's going to get crazy.
Yeah, chaotic.
You know what I'm saying? And when it gets crazy, if you know nothing about self-defense, if you don't have an exit plan or a backup strategy, you know what I'm saying?
So like you were saying, brother, so your mindset and your plan is key. That's pretty much the foundation of what bug out bags and your two-way radio, shortwave radio, learning the skill, because a lot of, like when my grandfather, when I was little, he taught me how to clean fish.
Mm-hmm.
He taught me how to fish. So a lot of, like you said, that mindset into when things, not if, but just a matter of when things hit, especially our community, because you look on YouTube, you have hundreds and thousands of, the white preppers.
Right.
But your company is one of the, you just don't see a lot of us. And maybe there is, it's just not out at the forefront. But it's great what you're doing, man, about the planning and the mindset to be ready when this thing do pop. Because like you said, it's a lot of factors. We ain't even, talking about the conflict that's abroad and how much, the wheat is affected and the shipping is affected. And, I work for a appliance manufacturer and I see the shipments. They're just not coming in, parts and appliances. It's just not there. So it's all across the board, like you were saying. It's not a matter of if, it's when this thing pop. How will your mind, what are you going to do? Your mindset and your plan. So that's powerful information, man. It's
right. So that mindset, that plan, and just understanding that it's common sense to do this, right? If we look at the forecast and it says it's going to rain, what are we going to do?
Right, prepare for rain.
We're going to prepare for rain. I'm not going to wear my all white or my good white kicks or whatever it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go a different route.
Right.
Same thing with having a tire in your trunk, a spare tire.
Mm-hmm.
You're preparing for the day that you had that tire, that flat.
Right.
So now I can go on by my business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got something to say? Look like you about to say something over there.
Nah. Oxify is here. I'm trying to figure out if you want to come in or not. I'm gonna bring him
there you
in.
go.
I get fussed at later. I don't know.
There you go.
I don't know.
You just hired me.
Hey, what's up, baby?
Yeah, I was trying.
I was saying you could, but the background, because we packing up and doing our thing right now, the background went up to par for TV, but he does the opposite of everything. But so far, everything sounds good, man.
Okay. That's what's up, man.
Can we eat cactus? Have y'all talked about that yet? Can we? Or do we drink cactus?
You eat it to drink.
You can eat that joker, boy. The Mexicans be putting them cactus on the grill. Them things good too.
Yeah, I seen a picture of that a while back. I was like, what?
Yeah, they good. Yeah, cactus meat good, man. But
I want to find out.
Something else Eliyahu haven't mentioned. It's MREs, man.
MREs.
Yeah. So MREs is an acquired taste.
It don't matter if you hungry. That brother, that brother there used a whole nother word, hangry. You know what I'm saying? Hangry.
Yeah, you hangry.
When you hangry, we picked. It's funny you say that. We picked up some MREs for the bug out bags a while back, and my wife was saying the same thing. My girls are like, "Which one do I have to exit?" Look, it don't matter. Pick some bug outs. When they go down, if you've been walking and running and traveling, you get hungry. It ain't gonna matter what, of course we, abide by the dietary laws, but whatever you pick out, It ain't gonna matter what you got. You're gonna be hangry.
You're gonna, yeah. You're right, man. So yeah, MREs is another good viable option. They are rather expensive. So if you're doing this on a budget, yeah, but have some MREs in your bug out bag.
Right.
That way, you know, it's light. You know what I'm saying? It's compact.
That's what I was getting at. Exactly. That's that's one of the things that I was getting at, because one thing that I know for sure is that, and this goes back to what you was talking about, your network, we're not going to be able to be still. Right. We're only going to be able to be still for a certain amount of time. At some point, especially for people like me, and I'm trying my best to get up out of this city, especially people like me that are in this city, everybody is not going to be able to get out of the city. At some point, you're going to have to get out. This is what 2 Esdras say, 2 Esdras 15. It says, this is 15, and I'm going to start at verse 14. It says, woe to the world, and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draw it nigh. One people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men. And I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to come back to that right there, okay? Something told me to look up that word sedition, and it blew my mind. Yep. But it says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their king nor princes. Eliyahu made point of that earlier. Oh, I don't know if it was Eliyahu or Ayo, but one of them made point of that earlier when the government is not holding up their end of the bargain. I believe that was Eliyahu on the question that his wife asked, right? When the government is not holding up their end of the bargain. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city, shall not be able, for because of their pride, and their cities shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed. Men shall be afraid. Men shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So he gave you, in that paragraph, he gave you a problem, and then it also gave you the reason for the problem. It didn't just say that this is what's going to happen. It said this is going to happen and this is why. And one of the biggest reason was, for there shall be sedition among men. Yep. And I thought I knew what sedition was, and I'm going to do an Eliyahu right here to the panel. Do you guys know what that word sedition mean?
No, I don't.
What is sedition? Do you know?
It's from what I understand, it's like a rebelling, like against each other. Like a conflict on another level, like a rebellion, or like like, you know, your conduct or your speech is sharp.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought, Ayo. That's exactly what I thought, and I just blew over it because of that, because that makes sense the way it's written, right?
That's what I can do.
And it wasn't nothing but the ruach that said, hey, go look that word up. And when I looked it up, it blew my mind. This is what sedition is. It's conduct of speech, what you were saying, right?
Okay.
But it's inciting people to rebel against authority of state.
Whoa.
Listen to that. Conduct of speech inciting people to rebel against authority or state. Do you know what that is? In short,
we've seen this before.
That's propaganda.
Right. We've seen this before. Wow.
We're seeing that every day.
Wow.
So the whole gist of everything that we talking about, the shortages of food, the shortages of diesel, all of this, the euthanization of animals, which is our foods, the fear of COVID, the fear of war, the fear of all of this. We seeing this on the news. This is sedition. And he put it right here in the word, for there shall be sedition among men. In other words, there shall be propaganda amongst men that is going to cause men to turn. What did he say in Matthew? The love of many shall wax cold. Why? Because of sedition.
Yep.
I'm in people's houses every day. And you know what people be sitting up watching? CNN, Fox News.
That's exactly what they watch.
That's sedition.
Right. Because like they said, the propaganda. Yeah, the propaganda. Like say for instance, I don't want to get off topic, but just real quick, when you look at all mainstream media, they're talking about how the Ukraine is asking for more weapons every day, more aid, more weapons. But then on the other hand, you said y'all winning. Now, how are you winning if I'm fighting somebody and I'm winning the fight? Right. I'm not gonna go ask for more help. If I'm winning the fight, I'm not gonna ask for my homies, 15 homies to come and give me more money and aid to fight if I'm winning. Like propaganda. There you go, right there.
It said world has 10 weeks supply a week. Why write an article like that if you're not trying to incite fear?
Right.
World has 10 weeks supply a week. Expert tell UN Security Council this is
seismic.
There you go. Seismic. Thank you.
Look at the word they use.
Slocky, did I really say 10 weeks supply a week?
10 weeks supply a week.
10 weeks, bro.
And then use seismic to make you think like, seismic activity, earthquake. Oh, this is big.
Yeah.
Propaganda, man.
Even when they do the news, even when they do the weather, even when they do the weather, there are no normal storms no more. Every storm is a tornado producing storm. Hurricane season starts next week, and I told my wife 2 weeks ago, I bet you June 1st, the first day of hurricane season, it's gonna be a hurricane out there in the sea.
Yeah.
Hold on, bro. Let me interject right quick. Something my wife sent me earlier today. NOAA, NOAA, predicts above normal 2022 Atlantic hurricane season.
Yes.
National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration.
That's sedition.
Wow.
That is sedition.
You right.
They hit them switches on the machines.
They hitting them switches on the machine.
Switches.
I don't believe that no storm is normal now.
Everything is a category 5. Everything is the highest one.
Everything.
Every storm, but man, there are tornadoes in Michigan. Make it make sense, man.
Michigan.
You don't have to make it make sense.
Before I get out of here,
what the answer is.
Yeah.
Before I get out of here, I got to give a shout out to our sister Delta.
Yeah. Hardest working woman in Israel.
Yeah.
The hardest working woman in Israel for sure, man.
She signed everybody check in the Hebrew entertainment community.
I'll tell you, she signed mine.
Yeah.
Week after next is going to be the week there in Dallas, Texas, at the Beckley and Sainer Recreation Center, the Black Hebrew Wall Street. The fair that she have.
If your life ready or not, he's coming back like a thief in the night.
Shalom, Israel. This is Sister Delta with the Light Hebrew Magazine, and I want you to join me and the Key Is Me Foundation at the Hebrew Wall Street Community Fair in Dallas, Texas, Sunday, June 5th from 1 to 5 p.m. Join us. Lorvin, Yapa Q, Travis Snipes, with DJ Taz on the ones and twos. This event is going up, Israel.
Oh my, joy in the morning, new night. I'ma give praise till I die. Make sure my heart contrite. Despite it all, he had mercy on me. Live my life for Elohim. Arrows can fly day by night. You're my shield, my might. When I might wanna be corner, you hit me with my tumble. Oh no. Then I be like, whoa, save your soul. Sin is a no-go. Life ain't no B-O-G-O. When you die, your life no more. My sins you forgave. I can go a day without you in your face.
That sister said, I'm gonna hit you like Matumbo. Oh no.
Who's that, bro?
Y'all probably going in, yo.
That's your pop?
That's your pop.
Woo.
Indeed. Yeah. No.
Man, it was good to be back with you guys, man.
The Georgia Eliyahu, man. Great information that you blessed us with. Great information. I want to give a little plug for the shows that's coming up. We got some great lineups that's going to be coming up. A lot of stuff that's happening, man. You know how we do it here at Truth Be Told Flex Podcast. We're going to keep you up on it. Eliyahu, give me that information as well about your business. That way, I can put that in the description, and so people will know how to get in touch with you, man. More than anything, though, when I read that, also, I want to go back to that 2 Edges 15. When I read that, I stopped what I was doing and I went to my wife. I said, "This Bible is bad.
Off the hook.
This Bible is bad.
Oh boy.
This Bible give us real time, and it was written thousands of years." But it gives us real time right now. When I look, that one little small word sedition, when I looked it up, like I told you, it blew my mind. It said, because there will be sedition among men. And we seeing that every day. We just read, we just saw sedition. You turn on your news, you're going to hear, and all of these things that's happening in the world are happening to cause the love of many to wax cold. I was just sharing with my brother Oxify the other day. We was talking about gas prices. I said, look here, man. I said, you pull up at the gas station, and you know us as black men, we love to fight our causes, man. You know what I'm saying? We refuse to be disrespected. We gonna show you, you know, where we from. I got a saying, West Dallas will come out of me. Times are changing. Yeah. That's making Yeshua, who formerly was known as Mo. Eliyahu know who Mo is. You know what I'm saying?
Right on.
Times is changing. That's making, you know, Yeshua rethink a lot of things. And I was telling Safa, I say, look, man, gas $4.69 on the average, $4.19, $4.29 on the average. People minds not wrapped tight when they pull up in the gas station. No. So if you come into a gas pump and somebody zipping that joker before you and get that thing before you, man, hold your peace.
Hold your peace.
Let them get that gas. Yeah. Let them get that gas. This is the times that we're living in right now. There is no reason gas should be $4 a gallon right now. The only reason gas is $4 a gallon is the same reason that interest rates are going up. Interest rates are going up the same reason gas $4 a gallon, the same reason that foods is getting bare on the shelves. The same reason foods getting bare on the shelves, same reason interest rates going up, the same reason gas is $4 a gallon is the same
just follow
reason.
The money, huh?
You see what
just
I'm saying?
The money.
Just follow it. All of these things are happening to cause the love of many to wax cold.
Come.
Get your family mind right, because we can't tell other people what to do if our families are not ready for it. Right. It got to start in the house first. That's what Yasha said. In fact, in the scripture, he said judgment going to start where? Where is judgment going to start?
In the house.
In the house.
In the house.
It's going to start in the house. Guess what's happening right now? Judgment. On who? Israel. We're being judged right now.
Right now.
So all us Hebrews out here who done found that we happy that we done found out we're a Hebrew, guess what? Responsibility come with that, baby.
Accountability and responsibility. Chastisement come with that.
Yep.
It comes with that.
You learn. Yep. You live and learn, man.
You know, so I'm off my soapbox. Eliyahu, any closing, any closing remarks, brother, you want to give us? You know, and now Yo and Oxify, glad that you was able to join us. Y'all guys, y'all give your closing remarks.
Basically,
go ahead.
Genesis 41. Better get on that ark. Make it to the other side, man. You know what I'm saying? Because these times, as he's reading about in Ezra, and we see it all through the scripts, Matthew 24, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
We're walking it. We're not waiting on it no more. We're here. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Get on that ark. I like that.
Get on that ark.
On that ark.
I like
Just
that.
saying, bro. Better get on that ark.
Man.
And you know the beautiful thing about that ark is that everybody had an opportunity to get on.
Everybody had an opportunity.
It was big enough.
But say, check this out. Ahaya didn't make it no bigger than what it was because he knew wasn't nobody gonna get on it but Noah and his family.
Right.
Hey, these the only specs I'm gonna give you. Right. I'm gonna give you these specs right here because it's gonna be big enough to hold you and your family and the animals that's gonna go. Now, if he nothing known and more people, it would have been even bigger than what it would have been bigger. Right. The brother said, "Get on that ark, man."
I like that.
Get on that ark. What you got, Ayo?
Get on the ark. I'm gonna roll with that. That's that'll sum up all the information we didn't hear tonight. The mindset and the prepare. Get on the ark. As you see, Noah's mindset was to get it. get it right, and then he got prepared. So
Exactly.
What's your YouTube page, Eliyahu, so that people can find you, man? I know you got some information on there.
All contingency. All contingency straight across the board.
Gotcha. Well, with that being said, this is Sha'ir Yashub Judah. We had a full house tonight.
Yeah.
A famine is coming, people.
I'm losing life here.
Look like you done lost life, brother.
Yeah, it look like I'm a unlockable character.
Yeah.
On PlayStation 2. All right, Shalom. My battery fading out anyway.
Yeah, all right, then. Shalom.
Right,
peace and blessings to y'all and y'all family.
Man. All right.
Yes.
Shalom.
Shalom.
It's all unraveling. It's all unraveling.
Listen, man, in case you didn't know, no, it's almost getting close. In case you didn't know,
This has been real. We would like to thank you, and we will see you at this same time next week.
Only the ones with no faith that take the vaccines. Step to me with it, I'ma make your back lean. We at the end, new Sodom and Gomorrah. Christ about to come and mop the floor up. Walking up in Louis V with your mask on. Check the me's, man, they about to get their blast on. Prophecy, interpretation, Isaiah 55:11, so it ain't no faking. Crack your dough, it's getting close. I'm here to tell you, just in case you didn't know. Listen, man, in case you didn't know, no, it's almost getting close. In case you didn't know, no, it's all unraveling. Babylon got pregnant with a